Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be reviewing the 1946 classic Christmas film, It's a Wonderful Life. And you may be asking yourselves, why are you talking about It's a Wonderful Life a couple days after Christmas? Why didn't you review it before? Well, firstly, that's my fault. I didn't get on it like I should have did, and I did not review it like I should have done, and that's on me. But another reason why I wanted to review this film is because I believe this film kind of separates itself. It's not only a Christmas film, but it's also just a fantastic film in its own right, and it's one of my favorite movies, and I kind of wanted just to get out there and talk about it myself. Of course, this film was nominated for 5 Oscars. It was released in 1946. It was directed by Frank Capra, and from what I heard when it was originally released, it didn't have, the type of following that, of course, it has now, being rerun, every Christmas season, being watched by a lot of people. It didn't have the popularity that it did back then, but as it's grown, a lot of people have grown to love it, and for me too, because of course I was not alive when this film came out. Another reason why I wanted to review this film is I think, even though that it does have that popularity, I know some people, at least from like my generation or people my age, that might not have seen this film or might not have appreciation for it. So I kind of wanted to come here and just kind of talk about it, give you my thoughts on it. Of course, this film has been out a long time, so I could give away spoilers for the film, but I don't want to do that. I kind of want to, give my review without like spoiling too much of it, because I kind of want everyone to, even if you haven't seen it, to go watch it and see how you like it, because that's how I think movies are supposed to be experienced. So I kind of want to, let everyone else watch that on their own. So I'll kind of give my review as spoiler free as possible. So without further ado, let's get into it. So to talk about, to begin this, I just want to talk about the cast. I think the cast in this film are really brilliant. To start out with, of course, the main actor in the film, James Stewart, one of the most acclaimed actors of his time period. He played George Bailey in this film. My dad has always told me that one of his favorite actors was James Stewart, and he's always reminded him of Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is my personal own favorite actor of all time, and I see a lot of similarities. James Stewart has to play a lot of different sides of the character in this film. At first, he's comedic, he's happy, jolly, and he plays that side really, really well. But like Tom Hanks, he's able to go from that happy, jolly, comedic side to more of a serious approach, and he really has to get serious in this film. I don't want to give away why or where the story elements go for that, but he really has to bring on this dramatic approach to the role, and he does fantastic at playing both sides of this character, and it really feels real. It doesn't feel like a performance. It feels like an actual person. You feel like you're there with George Bailey. Another person that's also fantastic is Donna Reed, who plays Mary, his wife in the film. She has to play different sides of characters as well. Of course, at the beginning of the film, this film goes through multiple time periods of life. So she has to play a younger teenage version of her character. Then she has to play, the older, more adult mother and wife of that character. But then she also has to go back and play another side of that character. I don't want to give away what that is, but she has to play that again. And she's fantastic in her role. And then another, character that's also fantastic is Henry Travers as Clarence, who is, a character in this film. We'll just say is an angel that comes down and helps George in this movie for a certain specific reason, and he's also fantastic. He also adds kind of more of a comedic relief to his scenes, and he is fantastic. There's also, when this film begins, there's a scene that happens at the beginning of this film that you might start off with, be like, okay, this is a great scene, but where's this going to go in the story? And it's, it's one of the best ways of storytelling. It's so brilliantly crafted that they include not only this scene, but there's another additional scene right after this that really set up the film, that really get you into it. You learn about this character of George Bailey, and it comes back later on, and it kind of, just all that setup pays off later on in the film, which is very, very fantastic. And another thing is, because I just, I watch this film every year, but on this rewatch, I realized that this film really doesn't get to its point. It really doesn't get to where it's going to go until about an hour and 30 minutes into the movie. It does a lot of work in the first half of the movie, actually first, maybe 75% of the movie, setting up its character, setting up specifically George Bailey, so you can learn about this man, learn about his character, learn about what he's striving for, and it does a lot of build up before getting to its actual point. So I think that was really, really smart because you get to learn about this character. You get to learn about what he needs and what he wants. And then you get to the point of the movie where this big event happens and you can see why this event's happening. And it really, really pays off in the end. And I think it's very, very fantastic. And it's a really, really good message. Now let's get to the main message of the film. The main message of the film is really, really fantastic. Without getting away too many story elements, I think the basic, description of that message is just to cherish, the small moments, cherish family, cherish, your children, cherish everything that's there for you right now. Of course, it's great to have big ambitions, but also just cherishing the small things. And I think that's a message that can be applied to life now, not only around Christmas time, but it can be applied to any point of your life. And that's why one of the reasons why I think this film needs to be seen and why it's fantastic. And finally, there is a final scene in this movie that I think is one of the best final scenes of any movie ever in cinema. It's one of my favorite scenes. It is a culmination of everything that happened in the movie. Like I said, I don't want to give away too many reasons why, but it's this scene here, this picture here. This is the final scene of the movie. And it's a great culmination of everything that happened in the movie. It's a great culmination of the message of the movie, and it's just fantastic. So, like I said, if you haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life, it's really just a fantastic film. It has a great message, one of the greatest films of all time, in my opinion. Not only one of the greatest Christmas films, but it's just a fantastic film. And if you haven't seen it already, please go out there and watch it. It's one of those movies that I believe it's in the public domain now, so you can be able to find it pretty much anywhere. So just go. If you haven't seen it already, go watch it again, and go watch it. And if you've already seen it, watch it again. And this is a film, like I said, that I think can be watched year round. So go ahead and watch it because it's just a fantastic film. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my review of It's a Wonderful Life. And I hope you guys have a great one. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.